Good afternoon, folks. This is Fred Campos, owner of DFW Website Designers. It is Wednesday, February 24th, and this is episode number 120 of your 3 business tips at 3 o'clock in and around 3 minutes. Today we're going to talk about client management. We're going to talk about clear deliverables, be authentic, and regular communication. If you had to ask me what the hardest part of my job is as a website business owner who manages about 20 projects, a couple VAs, deals with maybe 300 clients that we have some form of support agreement it is dealing with client management. That is my strongest, hardest part. So today we're going to dissect that, and we're going to talk a little bit about how to improve that, or the 3 areas that I'm working on. Maybe you'll learn something. If nothing else, you'll just hear me sharing about it. So first off, when we talk about client management, some of you are probably in a service industry where maybe you're a doctor, or maybe you provide some sort of car repair, some sort of service where people don't necessarily call you to say, hey, great job, just appreciate what you're doing. You probably only get phone calls when things don't work, or they need something, and probably it's something that's relatively urgent most of the time, or if you're supporting something, it's something that's urgent. To me, I always compare the web design business to like being a waiter. You may have a room full of people that you're servicing, and they're all at different stages. So how in the world do you keep it from not crashing? So here's what we're going to talk about today. First point is clear deliverables. When I get into the weeds, or when I get in trouble, it usually means that me and the client have not agreed on what it is that they expect from us, whether it be the type of website that they're getting, or when it is due, or what it is. A lot of the times my clients don't even have a clear expectation in their mind, so me having to work with them to define what a clear deliverable is probably my hardest point. Number 2, I have found, especially when you are dealing with multiple projects at the same time, that it's absolutely important for you as a salesperson or as a business owner to be authentic and just tell them how it's going. Every client sees their problem as a silo. They don't realize, and it's not their fault, that you are a doctor that maybe has hundreds of patients they're seeing at a time, or seeing that day. Or you're me, a web designer, and you may have 20 or 30 that are being built at the same time. They only see their service as something that you are doing 100% of the time, even behind the scenes. So you need to be authentic and tell them how you're doing. And the third thing, which deals with authenticity, that I have found, is that you need to over communicate or regularly communicate with them. A status update. Hey, we're getting to you. This is what we are. What I found is that when I get busy and I get behind, I tend to under communicate. And for whatever reason, lack of communication, the client always thinks the worst thing, or they think they're forgotten. And that's where client expectation begins to fall. So my recommendations to you, of course, are have clear deliverables, be authentic, and regularly communicate. That's what I am struggling with. That's what I'm working on. And if you're in the service industry or just want to provide good client communication or customer service, is something you should be working on. As always, I'm sharing so that you can be awesome. Now go back to sleep.